touch me.
Guys, welcome back to Dragon Tales Fishing. So I've got another special show for you guys today. Today, I'm going to show you my Titan X 12.5. Just a little bit of it. I'm going to do a separate video of that, so stand by for that. But this video is not about my kayak. It ain't all about me. It's all about this kayak right here. Okay, this is not mine. This is actually a buddy of mine's. He's helped me sponsor this video by providing his kayak and the upgrades that I'm going to do to it. Wait till you see this. Check it out. My buddy Chris is going all out. He's going to get a brand new Torqeedo 1103 installed. He's going to get a new mount for his power pole system. We're going to talk about all that stuff in this video right here. Before I do, check out my wall. Dude, check that out. So we have a company called Skinny Water Lures. Boom, right there. And these are the products that we sell here. I'm going to show you those here real quick, and then we're going to get into this video and these installs. Right here we have a display wall of 90% of all the products that we're selling currently on our website. This is actually my wall of products for the website. So if you want anything you see here, I'm going to leave a link down below for our website. But check them out, man. We got paddle tails, curly tails. We got a 4-inch. We got 3-inch. Check this out, 3-inch. We got hard baits, man. Look at those hard baits, man. They're awesome. Chris does a really good job with these lures and stuff, man. Awesome products. Jig heads as well. We got 2 different sizes. Right here is a 3/0 3/16 and a 4/0 1/4 ounce. We do both sizes right there in a multitude of colors and multitude of patterns on those hard baits. Yep, pretty cool. And a lot of colors, man. You can see I got a wall of colors right there, those Skinny Water lures, and they definitely catch fish. If you can, show us some love and go to our website and check those out. Get you a couple packs. And yeah, those right there is my inventory for the website, so get them while they last. Hey guys, so I'm going to introduce you to the kayak here. Right here is a 2013 Hobie Pro Angler. It's a 12-foot edition. It has the original drive right here. He's got the turbo fins. He's also he added a H-rail to the front, which is like an awesome accessory to add to a Hobie Pro Angler. And check these out, man. You don't see this. This right here was a custom dip job that he did on his boards that he could install his mounts on to kind of match up the kayak. Now, long time, me and my buddy Jesse have been picking on him because he's had this kayak for such a long time, probably going on 10 years. And he has done barely anything to this kayak. He's put very little bit of money into it. I think he broke a fin on it on the pedal drive, and then he puts duct tape on it and gets a new rod for it, but puts duct tape on the rubber things until it totally died. He refused to do anything else. But this year, he's going all out. He's going all out. So he's got a new sea deck that's going to be coming for this kayak. Yeah, you would say, why didn't you just get a new kayak? He's like that. He's going to stay with the kayak he knows until the thing falls apart. And he's not going to let it fall apart. But this right here has put a lot of fish in the boat. I'm telling you that much. Let's go ahead and take a better look at this. And at the front, you got your regular old handle there. Got your hatch right there. Everything's in good shape. He's upgraded the bungees a little bit. Like I said, I'm not going to go through it too much because we got a long video here that we're going to be installing stuff up on. And I'm going to be taking this off. And yeah, there's the kayak right there. The things that we're going to be installing here is this right here, I believe, is from Tim Percy. It's his triple threat for the Hobie Pro Angler. That allows you to install a power pole and a motor on it as well. Then he's got his power pole right there. And then the rest of this, he's got his Tim Percy steering, which I'll be installing. And of course, that's a Torqeedo 1103. And this is the new model. It's got the beautiful backlit display. And he's got the battery. It's a lot bigger than mine, man. Look at that thing. The old version right here. All right, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get this off. I got mainly everything off of it already. I've laid out all the parts that I'm gonna be installing, and we're gonna go ahead and take this old one off and put it off to the side because we're gonna reuse this for this power pole. Let's get to work. All right, guys, so we're moving right along. I got the motor mount installed. I've even got the Torqeedo installed. There's a couple things I want to talk about, so check this out. So right here, you got the triple threat right here. I'm gonna move one thing here, watch this. That way it'll sit up like a hatch. All right, so there's 2 screws right here. See how these are kind of flush mounted? Those are the ones you want on the bottom. Those are right there so that you can attach your nuts to, and then the other 2 go straight down, okay? Just like that. What that allows you to do is kind of keep the safety aspect into it, so if anybody wants to steal your stuff, at least that's how I do it. I haven't seen any other videos in contrary. There you go with the micro power pole mount. And that's just a couple 1/4 20 screws and nuts on the bottom. And there you go on that. And to finish this off, right there, you can see the brass inserts that this screw will go into. All right, guys, moving right along. So we're gonna go ahead and put the motor into the motor mount. I'm gonna show you, I've already done that, so I'm just gonna talk about what I did. All right, guys, here it is. So I've got the motor on, the actual bracket, the Torqeedo bracket. The way that goes is there's a collar that's right here that will keep this stuff in place where it doesn't move or come up and down. If you don't have that one there, I found that this piece right here will become loose. And this seems to be, I'm eyeballing it. I'm probably gonna have to readjust maybe later after we get it on the water and test it. But where I've got it set right now is pretty much where I think it's gonna be. If not, like I said, we're gonna adjust these up, but we won't know until we actually get it in the water. From there, there's another collar that goes right here. This one is actually, and it has it has this pinhole right here. I don't know if you can see that. That pinhole right there, so you can stick a pin in there and keep it stationary. I've never had to use that, but it also has allows it to turn all the way. So if you see, he's got now almost a 90-degree turn on that. Now that's gonna be adjusted for the actual Temp-Percy steering that we're gonna be installing next. And yeah, there you go. Just like that. This piece has to be in this position because it has to clear the cable right there. So there you go. Let's go ahead and put the prop on. So we're gonna talk about that here in a second. Okay, so right there, you got your parts that you need right there. There should be 4 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus your prop, making a total of 5. First thing you'll do is you go ahead and take off the cap. You'll notice right here, there's a hole. That's where your cotter pin goes, your shear pin, they call it. That goes on like so. On the back of the prop, there's a notch, which fits right into that, like so. Then you have your big washer, small washer, and then your 11/16 nut. It goes right on that. Just like so. Hand tighten it. Put your socket on and tighten her down. You tighten this down, I only do it until it actually snugs, and that's it. Because you don't want it to push back on this to it so it binds up. You just want it on there tight enough, just a little snug. Just like that. There you go, your prop is on. The next part is gonna be here. This is something new for Torqeedo. They did a replaceable, like I don't even know what that's actually called. I guess it's just a guard because it hangs down here past the prop to kind of protect the prop before it hits something. But they did a replacement one on there, which I like because mine isn't replaceable. See there? That one's just permanent. And I've already had to paint it a few times because I've hit some nice little rocks and oysters with it. He's got the guard coming for it, so that's going to also be installed on this kayak. So let's go ahead and carry on. We're going to go ahead and put that piece on. So really easy. This just slides right on. Boom. There's your hole right there for your nut and bolt. And there you go. Prop guard installed. There you go. All right, so we got the steering handle on there pretty good. I guess our next objective is going to be to put the throttle on. We're going to put the throttle on the right-hand side here. Things we're going to be using is going to be this Torpedo. Then we got the nice mount. So I did most of the install. I'm probably 99.9% done with this install, but I want to discuss each and every little thing that I did. That way you're not just watching me screwing in some screws and nuts and bolts and hooking up wires and all that kind of stuff. So check this out. First thing I want to talk about is right here. So because I'm using this Tim Percy steering, which I got on here, and we'll discuss that here in a minute, there's a piece that goes on here for the cables, okay? The issue I had was when I was actually putting these pieces on right here. I don't know if you can see that. I've got a screw right there. Well, that's really close to this, and I can't reach it. Nor could I reach this one right here, which holds these cables in place so that it does not move back and forth. So what I ended up having to do was I had to remove the entire mount and power pole and get to that one spot. So if you're gonna do this, make sure you install the motor on first, install the power pole. I installed everything at one time, which I probably should have waited and done that last. It was really easy to fix because these two screws come out right here, and because he's got the old style, the round handle here, what I was able to do was take those two screws out, flip it up like a hatch, and then take out the 4 bolts and screws that are in here for holding this mount on. So once I did that, I took that off. I was able to get that piece on there and start running the wiring and the cables for the Tim Percy steering. Before I go on any further, I want to show you something. There was one other part. Remember I said there was 4 parts to the nut and bolt to go to the prop? There's one more part that actually goes on there. I didn't realize what it was until I was getting through all the parts and everything like that. And then there it was. Like, what does this go to? Guess what it goes to? Right there. It's like a cap. I mean, I guess. I mean, keep stuff out of there. I don't know. But that's where it fit. It keeps your nut on. Keeps everything good to go. So I added that right there to the prop. So now that's done. That part's done. I've got the steering cables on. I've got the Tim Percy steering cables all installed. Everything runs perfectly from there all the way down to right here to this bracket here. This holds the 2 tubings. And the way this works is, you get it, it already comes with one side crimped. So the way it works is you run this side all the way down. It goes all the way through and around and through here and then back around. Okay, to that part. One little trick to this though, you got to remember that it's reversed. So whenever you put these on, the left one's not on the left, the left one is on the right, and the right one is on the left. What do I mean by that? So this cable right here comes down, it goes around, but when it comes down, it goes around this way, and then back this way, and goes to this side, like that. All right, so the right side twists, comes back around, and goes around this side, and then comes back around. Otherwise, your steering will be reversed. Okay, So once we get past that, all we do is we insert our tubing through here, our cable through here, just like it is, just like so, comes back around here. There's 2 Allen bolts, one right there, one right there. Those hold these sleeves in place, and these got a steel insert that goes inside. Then this comes around, there's another Allen bolt right there that kind of crimps it in place and keeps it tight. Then there's a screw right there. I don't know if you can see that. Right there. That holds and clamps the cable in the front. And then the same thing on this side, there's an Allen bolt that goes right there. And an Allen bolt that goes right there that holds everything tight in place and comes back around. And then we're gonna get back to this part right here in just a second. Before I go any further, I wanna discuss one little thing here. So I don't know if you can see this, right inside of here, there's actually some rubber tape. I had to put that in there because the roundness of his H-rails would actually allow this thing to turn too much and flex. I didn't like that, so I put these, it's kind of like a rubber tape that I put on the H-rail, and that allowed me to keep this thing, dude, it doesn't move. It's more sturdy than the actual H-rail than itself. To get that cable run to this side right here, you can see I've got this little apparatus right here. Pretty cool. But the way this works is you run your cable through the D-ring here, through here, slide this on. Once you get it tight, then you can clamp it down once you got it tight, and then you can crimp your cable. That allows it to stay nice and tight when you're done. Go ahead and show you that a little better. Okay. All right, guys, so I added the throttle on. I don't know if you can see that right there. Look at that. Oh, ain't she pretty? So check this out. There you go, Yak Attack. And there's your mount right there. Got your display right there. And the way I attach this was underneath, there's 2 bolts that is perfectly aligned. You see those 2 right there? So how I did this was I took those 2 Allen bolts out, those 2 Allen bolts out, and then it brings out the bottom bracket. And then all I did was install those 2 bolts with the nuts on the bottom, and then replace the Allen bolts here and here, and that is not going nowhere. From there, it's just adding the battery. So I put the battery underneath the seat. Chris may want to move it later. I'm not sure yet. From here, I just go ahead and plug in the cable. Like I said, he may want to move his battery later. But for now, I went ahead and moved it, put it right here. You got the one cable here. You got your main cable there. That runs all the way back to the motor. And right there you go. That's the install of the throttle and the battery. All right, guys, so we're gonna talk about the way you actually pull the motor up and how to lock the reverse in place. So I'm gonna show you that and how I did it. So as you can see here, I've got cables right here, run from a D-ring right here. They go down right through these 2 slots, right through the little center eyelet right there, and they come through, they come down. And I had to install one of these right here just to pull the cords off to the side, because once he puts his crate in here or whatever stuff he wants to pull back here, maybe his cooler or whatever, you need to have these cords out of the way. So these come all the way down from that D-ring. They go in line. One goes here. That's going to be for his reverse lock. And then we got one more right here. And that one right there was what he wanted to have for his cleat that he was going to use to actually pull up the motor. So there's a handle right here. And all you do is you pull up like so. And then that cleats it in place and brings that motor straight up. See that? nice and easy, one-handed, 2 fingers is very, very easy. Everything is out of the way, just like so. And to release it, all you do is just pull your handle up, like so, let it down, and now the motor's back in place. Let's do that right here. Let's try that one more time. Just like so. Boom. Locked in place. I want to let it down. Boom. Let it go. Just like that. Now the brake, I call this a reverse brake, but all you do is just pull that forward just a little bit, cleat it in place, just like so, and that allows the reverse lock to lock down on that bracket right there. I don't know if you can see that. And then you put it in reverse and you're good to go. You can put it in reverse. When you're done putting it in reverse, you pull up on the string, boom, just like so, let it go. And as you can see, it is now released on that bracket. Well, there you go, guys. Everything is now installed. One last thing that I installed for him, which may end up changing, is he has a secondary stakeout pole. That secondary stakeout pole is on some Yak Gadget cleats here and here, which allows him to put his, basically like a push pole that he can just attach right there, like so. He wants to pull it off, he just pulls it off and he's good to go. And the other last thing that I installed was this right here, which is also by Yak Attack. And I've got it on an H-rail mount, another one of those cleats that allows him to put a landing net right there where he could grab it. So all he's got to do is just grab it like so, pull it up, net his fish, boom, boom, put it back, and it'll keep it in place. If you're wondering what this is right here, it's actually for his catch board that he's got that I have right here. He's got one of these as well. And that actually will set right inside of that. Like that right there. Now that's my measuring stick from Catch. I just put it on there to show you what it would look like, kind of be out of the way. There you go. Torpedo installed. Take one last look at this bad boy right here. Got his micro power pole there. Power pole mount. Tim Percy steering. A lot of upgrades for this OG kayak. Hey guys, I hope this video helped you guys out. This was a nice little install. I had fun doing it. If you haven't, guys, put me a little like down below. Subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a lot. I don't get paid for any of this stuff. I only get paid when I sell some bait. So if you want to give Skinny Water Lures right there a little love, that would be great. If not, love you guys. And hope to see you on the next video. Dragon Tales Fishing's out. And don't forget, I'm going to do a little walkthrough of this thing right here. I've only had it for about a couple weeks now, and I've done a whole lot to it. So I'm going to do a comparison of the Hobie right here and that Torpedo against that Torpedo right there, which is the older version, 1103, but it's going to be on the native kayak. I love you guys. Till the next video, Dragon Tales Fishing's out. See ya.